Hey, podcast world! This is Socra the Great with my brother, co-host, the man that knows all the beers, all the flavor, can tell you what's ice cold, what type of beer you're drinking, and he's about to drink Dr. Pedro Beers. My brother! Welcome back!
Thank you very much.
Welcome back.
Unfortunately, Lucy, just to be here with you, fine people.
I know that you were like, what, like 1 hour and a half away or something?
2 hours away.
Bro.
Got some mythos. Got some mythos straight from
Greece, my brother. Greece.
So you brought this from Greece, right?
I was there like a couple of months ago during the summer, and I decided to bring a couple of the beer flavors from Greece. It was great, man. A lot of beer, man. They actually know how to treat you, bro, over there.
Have you seen the
They know how to treat you, man.
wine bottles that they make?
Treat you with beer.
Yeah.
That they like kind of sell like for like $5-10.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I
Did you
did.
try it?
Yeah, I did.
Did it fuck you up?
Can you pass that?
Well, it was kind of like, the problem with that is that I don't like to mix. I don't like to mix. And the thing with the beer is that...
So you'll drink the same beer the whole time?
No, listen to this. The place that I went a couple of times was a place that they never let your beer actually, or your glass actually go all the way to the bottom. You get me?
That. Mexicans do that.
That's
I
the
point
best.
at myself. I'm not Mexican.
Yeah, man, they know how to treat you, bro. They're like,
You wanted to have.
I'm like cultural appropriation over here.
Oh
like,
no, you said
did
you
that.
wasn't having. You want to be Mexican bad? You just said you was having.
No, because Mexico's like America, but it's dope. It's hard. It's rugged to be Mexican.
But spices. America was spices.
Do they also put hot sauce? Oh,
hot sauce.
They're the ones that put the hot sauce in the drink.
That's right. That's it.
So
Jay,
can you describe what you just drank?
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. And by the way, that's Jay does comedy. The man, the myth, bro. He was here a couple of times, but last time you were here, you were under the weather. Remember that?
Yeah. Nah.
That's why you sound different.
Yeah.
I was.
That's why you sound different.
You thought that was my real voice? That's crazy. I came in here all kinds of fucked up.
If this drink was a girl
You
pop
remember
star,
Mateo? Mateo was here too.
Oh, yeah.
If this drink was a pop star, who would it be?
Yeah.
It has spices. I got one.
Who would you call it? What would you call it?
Cardi B.
No,
she got spices.
It's no Cardi
she
B.
got spices, my brother.
Yeah, Cardi B.
She
is
definitely
spicy.
has spices. What's happening?
Hey, the producer.
She definitely has spices.
Pull up Eddie over here.
She does.
Oh, the famous Eddie. I've been
Eddie,
here.
man, what's going on?
He wasn't here.
He was here.
Yeah, I seen her.
Eddie's always here, man. This is Eddie's second house, my brother.
It's getting filmed this time?
Yeah, we on there.
Yeah. Who was here?
More.
Help us sit down, bro. So you got me.
The producer is here.
You already made him? You already I just made him right now.
DJ EFN is in the house.
Mateo, what up?
The producer.
What up? When they get the Dominican?
Hey.
You knocked the camera off of me. Somebody put it back.
So go ahead. What you think, Jay? What you think? Who do you think it is?
A pop star. I think this is.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, it's okay. It's like mid 2000s. Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, okay.
Because it burned the back of my tongue. I told you it was weird. The way that it burned the back of my tongue.
So it was nice at first, but then after
it wasn't even bad. It was just unexpected. But that's when I realized,
this man did the crab walk.
This man it did something. I don't know what it was. It might have been acid reflux. But that's when I realized this man put fucking hot sauce in my beer. I didn't see him do it, but I'm like, yo, why this shit
Come on.
I put it together. There was a red ring around my damn cup, and I'm like, yo, what he got going on? I see the limes, I see the beer.
Is he cooking? Is this like a...
I see the hot sauce. Everything else
I didn't
went
take it
into
to the back.
cup.
You did it right in front of you.
You did, but I wasn't. I was over here trying to get Socra off the goddamn phone. Goddamn. Yeah. That makes sense.
You thought it was...
Yeah, no, it's good. I don't know if I told y'all last time. I don't actually drink beer like that.
Oh, no?
But
Beer Fest.
But it's Beer Fest, so obviously, when in Rome.
Appreciate it, man.
Or for this episode, when in Greece.
When
in Greece?
Yeah, thank you.
Be like, and you gonna like it. You're gonna like that beer.
So
I'm going around the world.
You feel me?
Man, around the world.
Yeah.
I'll try it, bro.
Hey, so Socrates went to Greece. How was Greece? Was
Actually,
there any, wine tasting, beer tasting, food tasting?
The good thing about Greece is that they are so open-minded when it comes to like drinking, when it comes to food, when it comes to treating the people well. You know, like everywhere you want, they actually cater to you. You understand? And when you go to a place and they cater to you, you want to stay there. You get me? And then you feel like at home. Believe it or not.
Can I try one of these mythos?
Yeah, man. Well, you could open it up, bro, so we could try it. So, you know, my experience was great. You know, my experience was great, and I loved it. And that's why I brought some of the beers so you guys can taste it. And since we had Jay, I'm like, you know what? Let's bring them in so they can actually try it. But you know what? Enough about me. You know, you're the man over here, Jay. So what's up with Jay, bro? Well, tell me, man. What's going on? What's new?
First of all, I want to congratulate you on your trip.
Thanks a lot, man.
I'm glad you had a great time.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you enjoyed that head that you got in that back alley. This nigga said,
man, I can't be telling you shit, bro. You put it all there.
My dude say, I'm very happy everywhere I went. I wanted to stay there. He got his dick sucked by a nun. That shit, you a nasty motherfucker. In Greece,
Yo,
yeah.
If I was in Greece, my every thought would be philosophy. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
So you
is it a lemon or is it a limon?
Yo, I actually just had this discussion at work the other day.
Lemon and lemon discussion?
No, not lemon and lemon.
To be or not to be?
It was lemon or limona? How would you say it?
Lima?
Anybody, I think it was
Lima.
No, how would you say it in Venezuelan? That was the argument because it was Cuban versus Venezuelan. Cuban says limon, Venezuelan says something else.
Lima. It's gotta be
It
Lima.
might have been Lima.
Probably Lima.
It might have been Lima. I feel like it had three syllables though.
Yeah,
it's always limon. Whether it's
That's
green,
what I said. Yeah.
or whether whether it's a lemon or a lime.
It might have been Lima.
It's just, and then that's true. In Spanish culture, it's Lima or limon.
Right.
That's because I think a lot of people feel like, oh, you're just being bougie. Yeah, it's like limon is limon. It's a fucking limon.
It's reverse in English.
Yeah.
Twisted like lemon, limon.
Right. No,
that's true.
right.
That's true.
Yeah. Like if you ask limon, you know, in the American restaurant they bring the yellow one.
Yeah.
Right. And you don't want that one. You want the green one.
You don't want the green one. Oh yeah.
You get me?
It's
You're right.
Definitely because in English it's lime.
But in a beer, I want the green one. I don't want the yellow one.
In the beer, the green one. But
In most of my food, but in some food, like in some pasta, the yellow shit goes
I'll
hard.
be honest with you. Sometimes I feel like they just ran out of the shit. And they just bring you the other shit.
Why not?
Like,
It doesn't matter. It's not.
They're just like just gonna blame it on their background. Like it's the same to me.
Lemon, motherfucker.
so what was the
It's
argument?
green or
about that?
yellow. I'm colorblind, motherfucker.
No, that was just the argument which one it was. But it wasn't really an argument. We pretty much just settled it. Because I went to the Venezuelan with a lemon, like, hey, limon? And he was like, Lima. I guess he said Lima.
Yo, Jay, have you had an arepa?
No, limon. Fuck you said to me?
Have you had an arepa?
What you call me?
Arepa. The
little fucking...
The little dough thing.
Yeah.
The cheese, yeah.
Actually, see, same job, same Venezuelan.
Yeah, an arepa, it'll make you fucking...
It's a restaurant, so that motherfucker be whipping that shit up.
The funny thing is that arepa for Colombian is different than the arepa.
What the fuck, sis?
No, yeah, and they argue about who did it first.
Exactly.
I'm a quietly over here.
And for them arepa is totally different. Like if you actually ask in a Colombian restaurant for an arepa and you think it's going to be a Venezuelan type of arepa, it's not going to be. It's something totally different.
What is it over there?
It's like white.
Are you threatening me, bro?
And it's got
white.
cheese usually. It's sweeter sometimes too.
Yeah,
Unless,
it's kind of white.
unless you're a lime family.
Nah, you right.
If you
I was just intimidated by the way you just whipped that out like that.
And
He got that.
it's good,
You know,
but like...
butterfly knife, man.
Yeah. You seen it
You
though.
got it.
I wasn't ready for it. It just came out of nowhere. I feel like you could have did it quieter than that. You know what I'm saying? We were having a conversation.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
true.
Well,
You're right.
You know what? Since
You're
we got
right.
since we
Go
got to
ahead,
pause.
go.
You're absolutely
Bro,
right.
anybody ever told you your voice do not match your fucking appearance, nigga?
Why is that?
Bro, look like a fucking Dawson's Creek character. I'm expecting like some, you know, whatever, dude. This nigga come out here sounding like Batman and shit. That, exactly. This nigga, I am the dark.
I'm not. Even as a teenager though, people was looking like.
You had that since a teenager? Damn. How old? Like when you just woke up with like 13, 14?
Like 17.
All right, cool. That's normal. That's normal. You walking around like 15 with that fucking voice, nigga? If you was my son,
probably around then,
like, nigga, why the fuck are you sounding like that right now?
Always trying to try you every time.
Exactly.
Can I get to the refrigerator, Dad?
Still fucking 5'2", but got a deep ass voice, so he feeling himself. Like,
we going?
Get the fuck out of here, boy.
Are we there yet, Dad?
What?
Hurry up! I'm bored in the back seat, nigga. If you don't tighten up your goddamn car seat and shut the fuck up, boy.
I have a 16-year-old. Every time we go past the kitchen, I feel like he's trying to try me. I'm like, why are you trying to get bigger than me, bro?
What?
Like, what? Why are you trying to move?
Absolutely.
I was just thinking about being 16, and when you're like 15, 16, there's some days where you think you could beat your dad up.
Yeah.
And there's other days where you're like, you know what,
It's
he's
like,
got
I'm
it.
clocked in your fucking jaw, bro.
No, you still got him. You work out and shit. My dad, he got fat those years. So those years, I was like,
That's
man,
the only reason I work
out.
out. Make sure that I can fucking still clock that little fucking kid in the jaw. And he's not little. He's taller than me.
No, yeah, and and when your voice is cracking type shit, it's like every once in a while, I'm the motherfucking man.
So he's like, excuse me.
Oh, hell yeah.
See, I can only talk about one side of this conversation. I have a son, but I didn't have a father.
I feel you, bro.
I see. I'm on the same shit that you on. I feel like I'm like later on. Right now he's 5. He about to turn 6, but later on I'm gonna have to get in shape so I can keep up with his ass because I know he already calling me fat and shit. And he's not. He's not chubby or anything at all. Like he's like skinny fit, as shit. Like, he's a skinny ass kid. He's also small though, so I'm hoping he's gonna be short so he doesn't try to buck up at me. But
so let me ask you: when I was young, I had a father and son sock hop, and what did you do?
Fuck is a sock hop?
Like a race in a potato sack type joint?
I don't know what a sock hop is. I just heard some white people say that shit.
Making shit up on the
Jesus
so we had sock hop. What the fuck?
I just thought you would be
sock hop sounds like something he looks like he would say. Me and my family went to our summer house and had some cyclops. I don't even know.
It's great.
The fuck is a cyclops? Like real shit. Is that a thing or you just?
I didn't have a fucking dad growing up. I don't fucking know.
That's some shit I expect you to say.
Cyclops sounds like some shit like Mickey Fax would say freestyling. Like, one of those nerd ass type rappers. Lupe Fiasco might say Cyclops.
Just because it rhymes with something.
Yeah, it's like the
because it rhymes with something.
Yeah. That's funny. My bad. It's just
Nah, it's okay.
Listen,
that's just the only time I hear big words like that.
Because I follow you on Instagram all the time, and I see you making little skits here and there, which I love. Is that something that you want to get into?
They could be big.
You know what I'm saying?
No, not at all. That's why they're here and there. I hate Instagram.
You? But you're pretty good at it, my brother.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Seriously, man. Seriously.
No, I mean, I like my finished products. I even like recording them sometimes, but it's a lot of work for little reward, I guess. And it's not what I want to do. I just like stand up, so that's why I really don't put too much into it. But every now and then when I get an idea and I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and knock this out real quick. Let me just see what happens. Yeah, but
what's the best thing that's happened?
Nothing.
Well, there you go.
What just happened? I like your video. That's
what's the best thing that happened in stand-up?
You know, that's the thing that nowadays there's so many ways or media that you can actually use. I don't know if I'm saying the right way. That can kind of push your career a little bit to be more,
His is not he just said.
No, I know, I do understand. But sometimes, you know, you do stuff that you don't want to do, but it's gonna kind of help you get to where you want. That's
and
I've
I've had that discussion with other people. Yeah, for sure. I've had that discussion with other people. I had that argument with myself. That's why I do it occasionally. But like I said, just the type of person that I am. If it doesn't really interest me, I'm not gonna do it consistently. It just doesn't.
That's most people.
You know what I'm saying?
That's everybody.
Yeah. Really. So it's just like
it could be the best thing for your career or whatever. I don't know. But if you're not into it, that's not about me. I do that shit in my fucking job all the time.
He sounds sarcastic. Shit. I mean, if you don't want to be successful, you know.
Let's go with
Bro, I didn't post a clip of me doing comedy for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Just 5 years of me grinding to do comedy, actually making things happen in comedy, but still not sharing anything, and it was stupid.
All right.
Because every time I have since, I get a good response or I get reconnected with people. Like it's cool. And it's something that you should. Yeah. And now that I've been doing comedy,
like he fell short right there of like what you should do, right? Like it's almost what.
Because I haven't figured that shit out yet.
I don't think anybody has. Really.
Well, there's comedians that do, like Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz figured that out.
Yeah.
And that's his.
Yeah, but he probably likes doing it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I like doing it when I feel like doing it. Like,
that's the thing.
Yeah, and there's people that can commit to like, okay, I'm gonna do this weekly or I'm gonna do this monthly, and they make it happen. And that's how you should, because you should probably like. Some people don't want to drop their shit that isn't all the way fire, or like there's some great ideas in there and it's really good.
But some of those things attract people towards you. Because
Absolutely.
Of the vulnerability or whatever it is that is happening in that moment. It doesn't have to necessarily be completely funny to everybody else, but like that niche that you just did, the little thing that you just said.
And those people are gonna be your fans for sure. Right. And like, that's when you get that cult. The 42 or 400 of those motherfuckers that are fans of me that way. That's cool, and I wish that around the country I could find the people that get that shit.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. It's like it's always like a small percentage of people, right? Because if you have exposure to maybe 100 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, whatever that is pretty much a small percentage of the amount of people worldwide. Because we're what, 7+ billion people.
You want to reach at least a certain amount.
And now with social media,
you know, you want to reach a certain amount.
Right. So, but at the same time, if you can monetize that, that's another thing. I think that's the second part of it. Maybe, not sure, but maybe that's a different aspect of it, right? So you could have a certain following,
hand in hand-ish.
Sure. But back to my question to you was, what drives you? Like you mentioned that it was stand-up. So as far as stand-up goes, what as far as stand-up drives you?
Well, if you want, you can take it back, man. Like how you started in stand-up and all that stuff.
You can what?
We did that last episode.
Why are you undercutting my question?
No, and I like where you're at, because this is like, this is the shit I'm thinking about. Where it's like, okay, I've been doing stand-up for 8 years. These are the new things that are happening. These are the things I've done before. Like, let's.
More hot sauce than you drink.
No, I told y'all to get that shit away from me.
We got two now.
I feel like y'all put it closer.
Two types of hot sauce.
As a matter of fact.
Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
But if,
he was talking
like
about.
if all right, if my fans are the customer, that's awesome, because my fans are cool as fuck. So it's like, all right, how do I serve that customer and attract new customers? Yeah. And by attracting new customers, I got to be vulnerable. I got to go on Instagram and talk some shit. And when I talk some shit on Instagram, most of the time, it's cool. Like, it works out good. But, I don't want to do that shit. Right. Sean Price got this song where he's like, fuck all that weekly rap shit. I'm not doing that. Your weekly rap series. And that's the way I feel. But, you got to serve your fans.
Yeah. Every now and then I put the shit out there. But like I said, I know for me, it's not gonna be a consistent thing.
Yes. Sometimes you feel like doing it.
Sometimes I feel like doing it. Sometimes I don't. And being that I don't want to do it, those days that I don't,
it's even
do
harder.
it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like if I wanted to go.
You feel like you
if
have
I
to.
say, not even that. It's like if you want to get in shape, you know what I'm saying, and you start going to the gym.
Right.
Now we're talking.
On the days,
I can feel this now.
on the days that you don't want to go.
I don't go.
You still supposed to
gotta go.
push.
Oh, I go. Yeah, I go.
Because your goal, you wanna go ahead and lose that weight.
Jay,
I don't know.
For me,
what I've seen
I don't
you,
give a damn.
But then I have a beer after, though.
What's the name?
so what I've seen you be dedicated to is doing stand up.
Exactly.
Where if you would have worked out every time you did stand up, dude,
that wasn't my point. No. Speaking of, hold on. See, thank you for saying that action.
No, but this is me. The term, because thinking about it this way, like, do you work out your stand up where, like, all right, I do crowd work a lot, but today I got to do material because got to work out material, or I've been doing my material and now I got to do some crowd work today. Because I do that shit sometimes.
I never go in saying I'm going to do crowd work because that's pretty much just a given. I know that I'm going to start off with some type of crowd work.
Got it.
Period. I like to engage the crowd directly. I don't like to just start off with bits.
Right.
But yes, I do have those nights where I'm like, I need to do this bit, because I've only done it once or twice in
gotta test it out.
Okay rooms, and this time it did well, this time it did nothing. I gotta see.
So you go there with a plan then? Do you go there with a plan?
No. Like I said, these are just times when I have new bits, when I have things that I want to work out.
But that,
Or
Sometimes those bits sit for a while. The ones that I wanted, I'm like, okay, this is good. I need to go.
Do you kind of time them like mentally, like?
You got
like mentally, like, okay, I'm gonna spend a certain amount of time on it, or
because you're set. You're like,
or you just go with the flow.
As far
as like if it's working and people are laughing and people are enjoying it, and you continue to kind of like build on it.
Right.
And build on it.
Right.
And build on it. You get me?
Do I sit
Do
in
like
the time?
yeah, like this amount of time, and then I'll jump into something else.
You, I'm not even that professional.
So you just go with the flow.
I'm just going with the flow.
Right,
when I see the light, that's when I start. That's when I start like, okay, let me
move to something else.
Where am I right now, and where do I need to be in a minute?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So yeah.
But even though you go with like that idea that you're gonna use this and you're gonna talk about this and talk about that.
Right.
But if this actually works better, or it's just going and people are just enjoying it, you just go with it until whenever. And then if you see the light, you're like, okay, maybe let me jump into this now.
Yeah.
And then finish it up.
Yeah, depending on where we are in the, like, if I have 10 minutes, and I know obviously I have 10 minutes, so
right.
I know some bits I'm not gonna do because they might be too long. Or I know I can't do some of the same bits in that 10-minute set because it'll be too long. So I'm going to start off a crowd, like I said, but if I make it a mental point to do bits that night, then I'll cut off the crowd work at a certain point.
And you're working on that.
And then I'll go ahead and, but I'll be honest, sometimes I slip. No,
because sometimes I'm having fun.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. When I'm up there having fun, like,
I'm having fun, and
10
then
goes by fast.
I get the light.
No, I bet.
And I've been up for 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
Can you explain the lights and how that thing works?
So when you get the light, it's like, all right, it's time to wrap it up. And sometimes know before, it's a minute or 3 minutes before.
Can you explain kind of like when you come out and how that process happens? And then how much time you have normally? It depends where you're at. Yeah. Right? There's shows that are run more professional. What about the improv? I mean, how much you get? That's going to depend too. Yeah, that's going to depend too. What is your typical show? It's usually typical.
At the improv, we're probably going to do like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on...
Average regular show you're booked on is 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
And it depends on your position in the show. Because if you're feature, you may do 30, you know what I'm saying? Right before the headliner. So it depends as far as that. But
so for me, there are different sets.
It's gonna vary, But a lot of like the more local shows, they'll ask you when do you want the light, and the light just means do you want it like usually a minute. It's a minute. Like hey, you got a minute left, so go ahead and wrap it up. But some people, because they might have longer bits or whatever the case is, they might want a 2-minute light or whatever the case is. So that's how the lights work. As far as coming out, we just get our name called and we walk on stage.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's pretty much as simple as that goes.
And sometimes you get a good intro, sometimes it's weird.
I didn't know about the light. I didn't know about the light. I didn't know about the light, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So sometimes you'll see it, like, if you got to look for it, obviously. You might
So
see
at the
comic
improv, you could ask for it.
just like give a random slight nod or a wink or some shit towards the end of their set, and that's because they saw the light and they're letting them know. I saw it. We good. I know the rest.
So one of the homies is blind, and they call it out for him from the side of the stage.
1 minute.
Our people are like, what?
No, because
they got it. I guess they understand. Like, have you ever seen people react to it?
no, because he's a beast. So at that point, they're already in there.
There's that too. Yeah, he definitely up there killing it. But they're gonna
Who's that? Shout out.
Oh,
Crisilio,
yeah. Shout out to Crisilio.
What's his name?
Crisilio.
Shout out Scheme Supreme.
Shout out
Him
Supreme.
and his boys, they're building a school bus to go on tour with right here in Country Walk.
Dope.
Oh, get out of here.
What?
Evan Martin,
Idiot, like
Sebastian
local.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, not Sebastian no more.
Sebastian moved. I'm sorry. My bad.
But they got floors, they got a
Sebastian.
shower, they got
Yeah.
the whole irrigation system. Fucking they can shit in there. I took a shit in there.
Big up to your shit.
Big up. Yo, I never thought.
To you, Mateo. That's great.
I never thought I'd take a
That was
shit
right after a CrossFit workout.
in a
Cheese buzz.
Dade County school bus.
This man stupid. I took a shit in there. I love it.
Yo, Jay,
should always be parked next to a CrossFit gym. We are kind of a CrossFit podcast.
Yeah.
That should always be next
This
to
is cool. There's not that many people
they
that
have
have
the
seen me
CrossFit
do
shits.
a clean and jerk before. But y'all have.
Your boy week. So if you want to pull up to the gym.
Once again.
I'll do
brother,
it. I might
the
just, if I'm a
Tell me what brother tells me.
Socra,
They're great.
Let's go.
Even.
I've been sitting here being friendly
Jay.
with you.
Go, bro,
Tell
go.
some shit, bro.
Even though you tried me, bro.
Oh, Socra tried.
Woo!
How'd he try it?
yo Jay,
We
let's
might have to stop the cameras, man. You
God,
tried me,
How?
man.
Tell me, man.
No.
Yo,
What do
let's
you do?
go.
What do you do?
Jay, I know you don't want to do the
What do you
Instagram
do?
thing.
Eddie, you just in time for this bullshit.
No,
man.
man, let's do it.
What's the bullshit?
Eddie be doing that shit in Instagram, my brother.
Working out, working out, eating booty.
Oh, socially
I
tried
haven't
you.
got that far.
What do you say?
Listen.
I don't know. We saw some things today.
Do you want me? Do you want to retain me as your counsel?
And so
That's right.
I have a.
Oh, Mateo, go ahead, Jay, say it.
Socra.
My brother, go. Say it.
Socra hit me up yesterday.
Yo, that's crazy. Socrates in Greece.
That's right, my brother.
Bang bang.
But the funny thing, the funny thing is that they don't know Socrates in Spanish.
Hey.
So
Socrates.
after they learned and they saw it, that's when they actually kind of translated in Greek, and they're like, "It's a Greek name." I'm like,
It's a
yes,
great name.
yeah, it's a great name. Yeah, I know that. Like, it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen,
I'm stepping away
Why
from
you
this.
looking
I don't
at
even know
me,
what
G?
this is about.
What's up with you
No.
niggas?
This
Yo,
is a
what happened?
callback
Don't look that way,
to
bro.
Socrates
Don't
being
look
in
that way.
Greece.
What happened?
There's stuff going on.
Hey, can you tell me?
Nah.
recording,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
So what
right. He
happened?
trying to
Hey,
change
keep
the
going
subject
down,
and
keep
shit.
going.
'Cause
Uh-oh.
he know
Okay.
I like.
No, please tell
Go,
me.
I
go,
like
go,
to
go.
learn, so he trying to tell me some shit. Okay, nah, fuck that. You try me, man.
Why?
What
Go ahead.
Socrates
Socra hit
say?
me up yesterday, man.
What do you say? What do you say?
Socra say, hey, we
The day
going.
before.
Was it? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
right.
was.
It was
Sorry,
the day
my
before.
brother.
My bad.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's right. You the one that fucked up. Don't try to put this on me.
Oh, there you go.
Socra,
Dating things and stuff.
Socra hit me up 2 days ago. Say, yo, we gonna do Beer Fest Friday. Come through. I said, say less. I'm there, bro. 7:30. Come through, bro. Here's the address. I say, cool. Now, y'all know I've been here before, but this was like a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. My memory ain't that
Nah,
fucking
it was
good.
like it was right before New Year's type shit.
It was right before New
It was a
Year's?
while ago.
Or right after. Like it was New Year's Eve type joint.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
it was somewhere around there. It was definitely somewhere around there. So yeah, almost a year. So I know.
I know, because I met
knew
my
it was
Asian
somewhere-
cousin that day. That was cool as fuck.
You met your Asian cousin.
My niece or
you
my
know.
little cousin.
But you
her
were
mom
with us
was
to
in
the
before.
CrossFit. That time you were here, remember?
Yeah, we
We went to the CrossFit.
No.
We went to the CrossFit, right?
No,
Afterwards.
No. Listen,
Get a cup.
Socra.
Daddy.
You
Thank
could
you,
have
sir.
just told me
Thank you very
I
much.
could have lost a couple pounds, bro. This is all I'm saying. You could have just said that
Oh,
straight up.
oh, okay, what happened?
Listen.
All right.
Socra gives me
waiting.
the address.
I'm waiting.
I drive my happy ass to that address.
Oh, you
I'm
the
like,
wrong address?
oh, they must have moved the goddamn studio.
And then you call my stupid ass.
Whatever.
No, I can't.
No pressure. I walk into what I thought was this fucking studio. This is a whole ass MMA gym. Some big
Oh, you got the wrong address. Oh, for sure. Of course, Socrates did that.
Some
He
big
finger
swole-
fucked it.
Oh,
He
shit,
finger
you
fucked
kidding me,
it.
bro?
He got
No.
the wrong address.
What's the address here? 134, yo.
So you
big swole chick.
No. 13200. I just gave it to him a little earlier.
Bruh. Some big swole chick named Broomhilda
He's like,
came
he
to the...
still has the wrong address.
Bro, she came. I was
He's like
like,
134.
I was like, hey, I'm here for the podcast. Oh my God. She was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, the Big Fresh Friday podcast? She was so confused. I swear to God, I thought she was about to bench press me. Yo, I was like, you know what? I'm in the wrong spot. Don't worry about it. I had to call Mateo to get the damn address.
I know you called
What's up, sir? You could have just said, bro, you looking chubby in your pictures.
my phone, brother.
Maybe-
I apologize, bro.
Maybe you might want to check out a gym.
And you're a
They want to set me up. Hey, you want to come do the podcast?
Bro,
I show up to a whole ass.
No, man, I'm sorry. I apologize, bro.
this is not the first story about Socrates fucking up an address or a date or like if you get a reply from
I'm
Socrates
sorry,
that says
man. I
great,
apologize, bro.
you might want to double check.
I'm
This
sorry,
motherfucker's
man.
like
I
you
don't know how
give
the hell
him
I got
like a
the
whole
address.
fucking sentence.
I don't know how the
And
hell I
you're
got
like,
the address, bro. I'm sorry,
hey,
man. I
yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this XYZ.
You want some hot sauce?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I already got some hot sauce.
Okay, I got you. I got some vanilla extract in the car if you need some.
Hey, you got some pepper though?
I got some of that too.
That barbecue powder.
That might work.
I'm
That might
sure-
work.
Barbecue powder will work.
I'm sure these niggas got a pantry around here somewhere. They got 2 bottles of hot
I think
sauce.
what was little Chipotle? Chipotle might work.
Chipotle.
Yeah. No, not Chipotle like the restaurant. Chipotle, the seasoning.
Oh, the
Yeah.
sauce?
Whatever the sauce.
was-
Chipotle sauce, huh?
Seasoning.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the seasoning.
Well,
I've
we're
had
trying
the
to
sauce.
familiarize.
Yeah. I mean, look, I like learning. That's cool. That's what's up. So there's a seasoning. There's a
Yeah, Chipotle.
Yeah.
you put Chipotle. Okay. Okay, Chipotle seasoning. That's what's up. All right, I'm with it. I'm with it.
You'll try it. You like
I'm
Mexican
starting-
food? You like Mexican food?
I fuck with Taco Bell.
That is far from Mexican.
I know it's not
Disclaimer.
Mexican food, but-
He said another.
Do you eat ass?
Oh, that was a.
You know he eat ass.
Yo, sit down real quick. Tell him.
That was casual. That was super casual, right?
I'd rather not
Did I bring
talk-
that in?
Disclaimer.
I'd
No,
rather
was
not
that
talk too
cool?
much about my personal life.
Was that cool? The way that I brought that in? No.
Eddie,
It's just.
Eddie got
Disclaimer.
Yeah,
No,
so-
disclaimer.
Oh, we talking about eating ass.
No,
Eddie wanna-
disclaimer.
Eddie want to jump in real quick.
No.
Yeah. So if you want to, send it to the.
I've eaten ass.
Okay, so you eat ass.
I've eaten
Yo,
ass.
tell him
Eddie,
about his
I got an idea because why do the eating ass plastic dolls type joint, like why do them got bigger booties? Because that's more what the situation is like, right?
Well, correct, but that was a prop that was brought from the guess.
It's not yours. You don't got that at the crib. It's not in your living room.
Nah, he took it to the crib.
Oh, this is an actual.
Yeah, remember?
Oh, she's mine now.
I threw her in for real.
I mean, I did. It's a topic.
No.
I did want to get your perspective on it.
On what?
No.
Hold on, guys.
So if there
You
works.
gotta ask that question to everybody.
Hold
Bro,
on,
listen.
wait.
Listen,
Yeah. Go ahead, Jamie.
I'm about to bore the shit out of you real quick.
Cool.
Go.
You just asked my opinion on eating ass.
Yes.
Yes.
My
What is
opinion.
this, the sign language?
My opinion on everything is whatever the fuck you want to do.
I agree.
As long as you ain't hurting nobody, do whatever the fuck you want
Bro,
to do.
that's my opinion. Oh my God. Did
I
we just
saw
become
you
best
do
friends?
Real
So
shit.
we agree.
Hold on.
So yo, Socra, you
No, listen. This podcast is not about that shit.
mantra.
I'm sorry, my brother, but
These two
this
can't answer the
podcast
question.
is
You
not
can't
about
answer
that
question
shit
either.
at all, my brother. Listen.
I ain't
No.
asking
Let it go.
that question.
Hey, let it go.
No.
It's gotta be clean though. Gotta be clean though.
Out the
Dirty ass.
That's the rule, bro.
Relax,
No, but you know
man.
what? But you know what?
Man,
Who are you to tell somebody not to eat dirty ass?
Exactly.
The best one is when it's kind of sweaty.
I knew
I like sweaty ass.
You like the sweaty ass?
Not dirty ass.
I knew one of you nasty
You like a
son of a
season.
bitches was gonna say something.
Eddie's the
It
number
was
one.
motherfucker.
They got
Yeah,
Yo, bring your ass over here. Don't do that. Don't hide,
Oh,
motherfucker.
you gotta unwrap the booty before you
Yeah,
eat it?
that's right. Exactly.
He likes
Listen,
el sazon.
bro. I've eaten ass.
Have you gotten your ass eaten?
No.
Oh.
Have I eaten ass lady? No. I only did it to one girl, and
Only one girl?
it is not the girl that I've been with for the last 7
Eat ass.
years.
Get your ass eaten.
Get your
Let's
booty
all
game.
focus.
Or whatever it's called.
I already said it. Listen, that's the real.
Yeah.
If you want
By-
to listen, see,
By whoever you want.
bro, if you want,
You ain't hurting nobody.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
If you want to get your ass ate,
Hey,
listen.
Get that fucking ass ate,
Me
bro.
personally,
that's where everything you eat goes. Somebody gotta eat it.
Damn. Yeah, that's a little harsh.
that's the philosophy I don't know I can get behind.
I don't know either.
But I respect it, bro.
I'm not there, but someone can use it.
You gotta work that. You gotta work it.
I don't.
It's almost there though. I thought it was funny.
Nah, it's out of
It's
pocket.
there. It's going around.
You got anything going on, Jay, with
Oh shit! You got serious all of a sudden.
You don't want to talk about ass.
He's like, I don't want to talk about no ass eating no more.
This is not I don't think we're going into
I'm
that
over
shit.
this.
I don't think we're going
Me
into that shit. But you got anything
All
going
right,
on?
guys, this is a shitty conversation. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
exactly. This shit. I don't think I listen to what I hear about
He
that.
basically
about
kicked
that.
you out.
Not you.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Listen,
But anything going on with Bye, Eddie. Bye, Eddie. Thanks.
They're gonna learn to eat ass.
If you don't
You gonna learn to eat ass today.
Socra,
My brother.
as pure as you think that your listeners are, nigga, they all eat ass, all right? Every single one of them. They probably eating ass while listening to your podcast. How that make you feel?
That's very
How does that
relatable.
make you feel? With hot sauce, nigga.
Like you said, whatever they want to do. Whatever they want to do. Whatever they want to do.
Exactly. They pouring
sprinkle that
Greek
bitch,
beer
yeah.
all over that shit. Just sopping that shit right up from the asshole to the crack. What are you doing about it, man?
Drinking a beer.
Exactly. Let them people
Cheers.
do what they do, man.
Cheers.
And like I said, you want to get your ass in and do your thing. Me personally, I don't like the positions that you have to be in to get your ass in. So I'd rather not. You either gotta be on all fours with your ass open, or you
Trying to
gotta
think about
be,
that,
or you gotta have your legs up in the air. I did see one porno where the dude just kind of squatted over a little bit and she was under him eating it, but I didn't like that either.
I can't get my ass ate. I'm
Kind of vulnerable.
ticklish.
It's kind of
And I,
vulnerable.
yeah, that's my.
Kind of vulnerable and a little
Thank you for the
subconscious. It's
info.
like, what do I got there?
Thank you for the info, Mateo. That's really informative.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I'm ticklish.
You're right.
But no, that's real shit. Me personally, I'd rather not be in either one of those positions. So yeah. But like I said, to each his own, bro.
Yeah, no,
It's
exactly.
what business of my?
It's
How
to
has
us.
that hurt me? All of y'all could have gotten your ass ate before we had this podcast. It is not affecting
What's the
me.
difference between that and the
Congratulations, my
bidet?
guy. Wait a minute. Did you
What?
wash your hands?
Alright, but what if on the way from Jupiter?
It's my time.
Say less. Do you think?
On the way to Jupiter, you could get a bidet. It's the same shit.
A bidet. See? How do you feel about a bidet?
I don't even know.
Coming
About
through with
that. I
the-
thought it was like for like the females, no? Like, you got, like 2 different toilets. and
You
stuff
gotta
like that.
ask, man. What
Back
you
in the
mean?
days, they had like 2 toilets.
Oh, this man's
We ain't
racist.
talking about toilets, bro. We ain't talking about toilets,
This
bro.
man is
You remember
racist.
that? One was a regular toilet and the other one
Remember
was
back in the good old days when they separated?
Yeah, bro.
It was whites over here. Remember that?
African Americans here.
Just colored over here.
We ain't talking about toilets.
I didn't
Bidets
want to.
are to clean your ass after shit.
Exactly, no.
But
Back in the
Talk about
days.
bidets.
No,
Talk
back
about
in the
bidets.
days.
What are you
yeah.
talking about?
No, back in the days, they actually had a toilet, and next to the toilet, you had one of those.
Bruh,
They
when I
still
was
exist.
no, they still exist.
They still exist.
In Japan, they got that shit in every toilet.
They got that shit right, but
Yes,
here
my
I go
friend.
use your bathroom
Yeah,
and you have a bidet.
Now see?
Exactly. But back in the days, it was
They
2
still have
different
that here.
toilets.
Different one.
Exactly.
It was 2 different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
back in the day, it was 2 different ones.
but
But now that they got one that they put it
So
in.
only the women had
Yeah,
access to bidets?
It's a
exactly.
bidet.
It was a women.
2
only.
different toilets. A bidet. It's a
So-
fucking bidet.
This
but
is the
he's
same
saying
way I
the women
feel.
had bidets on. They had access to bidets on their
Only,
toilet.
yeah.
So this
Back
is
in
what
the days,
I'm.
remember the houses?
Are you
They
the
had the
houses? Oh, no, I thought we were talking about in public.
So this is why my mind is blown.
Wi-Fi?
My mind is because
Oh, what a
happening
fucking
right now?
shit! I was gonna go. What?
as
happening right now?
as a third world baby, right?
Okay.
The
Third
first-
world. Explain that, please.
I'm just dog. I was born in fucking Ecuador. I'm a third world kid. You know, I moved to America type shit.
Gotcha. Okay.
You did
We
it
needed
on
that
Pokemon, it was
context.
just,
So with that context, the first time I went to someone's crib and they had a bidet, that blew my fucking mind. You have a machine in your house to clean your ass? You rich.
You have a machine. Bro, you know they sell them at Walmart for like $20 now.
No, now you can, and now I should get that shit. The fucking rental.
Listen, he said every
I love
every
butt
toilet
ass.
in Japan got them.
I love clean ass.
Right.
And
You
no,
can eat every ass in Japan any time of day.
And it's super clean.
When's the first time
You know that for sure.
and the toilets in Japan.
And they're super
actually,
nice.
you
The
go
toilets
to
are
the
super
heater
nice.
before you sit down.
The toilets are like,
Yeah.
actually, oh, yeah.
You can-
Hello.
No, you know what? I'm not
So,
gonna lie. I'm
the
not gonna
first
lie.
time I
I don't
used-
like the seat to be warm when I sit down.
Well, if you
I'd rather warm it myself.
if you are in
It-
the
I don't like it
If
either.
you're in the no,
I don't like it either.
Well,
It's
wait,
like,
hold
it feels
on.
like someone was just here.
No,
Exactly.
my brother.
Yeah.
Listen. Yo, you guys were not raised
I don't
in
like
the
it.
north.
Look it out right now.
If you were raised in New York, it would be a
you
different
didn't
story.
give me shrooms, but I feel like I want shrooms.
Yeah, what's
baby.
up with the shrooms? What's up? I'm
Alright.
trying to
Already ate
microdose.
that shit.
Oh, that's crazy.
Alright.
No,
That's
but you
crazy.
want to, bro?
You said we were going
I
to
got you.
microdose.
It's that lion's
Rooms
mane.
for everybody except for us. Because I don't want to do that.
Except for us, because I don't
Want a
want
little piece, bro?
a little piece. Because I've done that before. That's too big.
I got you. You want to take a little piece?
No, alright.
But to be honest with you, most of the houses back in the days, they had a toilet and they had a bidet next to it. That was kind of like the
That's that
norm.
lion's
Oh, okay. I know what
You
you're
get
talking
me?
about.
You get me?
I know
That's
exactly what you're
what
talking
that
about.
shit-
Yeah, but that was like
Sarah's
a
house.
completely different thing. I don't even think you're supposed to sit on it. I think you're just supposed to squat over that, and that's why it was probably for the females.
Exactly, no,
Because
exactly.
them
Yeah,
niggas
that was the way it was.
Them
Yeah.
niggas was wearing wigs and robes all day, but they was too manly to squat in front of
Just
a bidet
anybody.
and get your ass clean. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about though. At first I was like, what you mean these niggas have separate toilets?
Yeah,
Man? And nobody had plumbing for that. What you talking about? That makes sense though.
But what's up with you, man? Like, what's new, man? Anything we should know and to put out there, man? That you're doing, anything you're doing or you're about to do, or
I'm just doing shows, man. I believe this may be a little premature, but I believe I'm about to be on the next Tuesday Rays, D-Ray Davis's shows.
Oh, that's hard.
At the Improv
nice, man.
later this month. And then I got 2 shows coming up next week. The Sylvester, that's off North Miami Avenue.
When is that? Next week?
That's next week. That's next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday?
The Sylvester.
Was that the 7th? The
Huh?
7th? The 7th. Is it the 7th?
I'm gonna go ahead and say sure. Why
Yeah,
you laughing?
the
I
seven-
don't like that you laugh after you gave me.
Because you don't know what the hell you eat,
This
right?
nigga over here laughing like, yo, this
Yeah.
nigga ate it, yo. This nigga.
I had way more than you. Trust me. You fine.
You used to this shit. I've
No.
never done no shit in my life, man.
Nah, you'll be fine.
I've had a piece of chocolate
you're
before.
You're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel good.
That's how
So,
I felt
yeah.
last time, and I'm hoping to match that. Boris, if this goes left, I'm blaming you. I'm just letting you know.
Nah, it's not gonna go.
I'm just
Trust
letting
me,
you know.
I know her.
So the 7 on Tuesday, you're gonna be there.
If
With
that's-
D-Ray Davis.
And when is the other day?
Yo, I'm trying.
When
I
is the
wanna
other
Oh,
day?
the other
show
day,
too,
my
man.
bad, bro. The other
Hold on,
day
but
is Friday.
The 10th.
Sure. That's at the lounge, and that's if I'm not mistaken, Richmond Heights. It's at a hall in Richmond Heights. It's called the lounge.
So you
Is
got
it you
the-
by yourself, or are they're gonna be a couple of more people there, or
The only person for this show, the only person that I know is Pookie F baby. He gonna be hosting it.
Shout out to Pookie, man.
Shout
Pookie's
out to
hilarious.
Pookie, yeah.
And if you,
OG. That's
you
my,
hook him
that's,
up with,
that's
hook him up
my
with him,
OG.
so we can bring him in.
oh, for sure,
Definitely, man.
absolutely.
But in those
Yo,
in
I'm
those
to you,
places that
co-host.
are in those places that are like more intimate type, like closer,
no,
those places, do you have to? It's not a 15 minutes. It might be 30 minutes or something like that. And like small venues, how does it work? Like you get more minutes to actually work the crowd and all stuff.
The venue itself doesn't really matter. It's really the show and what it is. Like, cause you have some shows like how Miami Comedy is ran. Shout out to Manny Garavito who runs Miami Comedy. But how those are ran, those are just like showcases for comics, for them to just trash it out, right? Basically, also put on shows, but it's for like newer comics to come in and things like that.
What kind of shit is this?
I was about to say, you forgot we filmed it, nigga? He's like, keep going. I'm going to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah,
Just keep it going.
Go ahead.
Like, nigga, you are on camera. Sit down. What are you doing?
Man, I want to hear you, bro. That conversation is not allowed to hear you, bro. But I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I apologize, bro. Go ahead.
But yeah, like the way that those shows are ran, they're basically just for a bunch of comics to come out and do their thing. And there's also a mic at the end of it. So those are usually like 5 minutes, something like that. 5 minutes, 5 to 7, because you're just trying things. They're just free shows at a bar.
are those
it's like
the
a
ones that you're
freestyle kind
the
of thing?
most used to? Because like I think
Now, no, I barely go out like that.
for a time there was a time where I'm just like, all right, I'm doing 7 to 10
Right,
on that kind of shit
right,
every night. I might do another show.
right. That's how I was, of course.
So how
heavy.
much can you do in 5 minutes, bro?
So
You just gotta try shit.
You just gotta try shit, or you go ready. Where like in 5 minutes, I'm not talking any bullshit. I'm gonna bring up what just happened because I'm not gonna.
So
be
it's kind of
weird.
like a freestyle kind of thing.
No,
No.
you go up there with your material.
You gotta go
just
more
have 5 minutes.
prepared.
Like
My
that's just one of those shows. It's like a starter show basically.
Test your jokes out.
Thank you.
But somewhat, because it's not a mic. They have the open mic afterwards, and the open mic is definitely where you're supposed to test your mic out. I mean, test your jokes out and everything. But the more
In one place, like a place might give you an opportunity, and the opportunity is a 5 to 7 minute spot where you
Right.
prove yourself.
right,
And
come with it quick.
yeah,
for sure. You gotta be able. If you can be.
That sounds
fucking
like a lot
funny-
of pressure. I mean,
it is
be
a
honest
lot of
with you.
pressure, but you do like things that you know, and anywhere you go, people are cracking up at. So you're
Right.
going to that.
Right.
so you go with sure thing that they're gonna laugh, that they are just gonna like.
Yeah, and-
Those kind of shows, people. It's just you're just at a bar, so a lot of times you're just imposing on people who just came to a bar to just chill, and now you're just like, hey, y'all ready for comedy?
yeah, it's
So when
usually
you
a
doing it like
combination of that.
yeah.
Like people
But
that
you
showed
of
up
course
for
you
the
do-
show,
yeah.
and
You do, of course,
Bar
have those
patrons.
people who do show up, but that mixture is where you kind of cutting your teeth because you're trying to get the people who aren't there as well. I mean, who aren't there for the show as well. Obviously, for the people who came to laugh, they're like, all right, cool,
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you can get the guy who's had his back turned to the stage the whole night, who's sitting at the bar, because he doesn't give a shit about anything you're
You
saying.
just want to have a drink in this seat.
You know what I mean? if you can get him to turn around and actually pay attention, oh, now he's looking at you when he wasn't looking at anybody else. All of a sudden, you see him smiling. Now he's chuckling. He's
that's
laughing.
your target. That's kind of like your target group.
It's kind of
that was him.
For some
you
people,
gave like a Dominican joke, and then like he was just like, ha 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 ha. That's funny.
I did a Dominican joke.
No, you just I
I was about to say.
So is that your target? Those that are not there for the show.
Me personally, yeah, sometimes. Because I do crowd work.
Oh, okay. So
I like to. That's part of me getting them to pay attention.
The most boring guy in the room. That's who you're trying to get to laugh.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I want to get
interesting.
Yeah,
it sounds like
because that's where the challenge is. So that's how you know. That's how you're proving to yourself. My bad. Yeah, that's how you're proving to yourself really.
No, because
you can do it.
I have so much fun with this shit. Because I'll try to make the bartender.
Do you hone in on a guy?
Or like, all right, I'm at the Miami Improv for the weekend.
Yeah.
I want the fucking people that work there to know that I'm funnier than all the comedians that they see all the time.
So do you keep like a constant eye on them too, to see if they're laughing?
No, but it's a good time for me personally if the bartender is cracking up.
Okay, gotcha. That's funny.
Yeah. It's always dope to have the staff, especially during those weekly shows where they have to be there. So they probably see the same people, heard the same jokes already.
Has it ever happened to you where this is one, like early on in my comedy days, this is one of the ways where it was really rewarding for me, where like, okay, I do comedy here on Monday, and because I do so good every Monday that I come here, if I pull up on a Friday on a date type shit, they might just let me drink for free. Oh, yeah. And those are one of the early ways where
Does
I felt
that actually happen?
Back in the when I was
at the places that we were frequent. Yeah, for sure.
I buy you a drink.
Wow.
Yeah,
I buy you a drink just because I think you guys are cool.
That's what it is.
But in the days when
buying you drinks and all that stuff.
So
these are the kind of shows where you have people who are doing polished material, but you also have people who have been doing it for a minute who aren't going to do the open mic, so they get this spot and they'll still try brand new jokes, so they may not work. You know what I mean? So when it's like that kind of situation.
So at those kind of shows, what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 or 3 jokes that I know people are going to like, that they're going to laugh at. And then between then, I'm doing new jokes. And sometimes like the ganas to do a new show or a new joke, like some new funny shit I thought of, it might not even be that funny, but I want to do it that bad that the first time I do it, everybody's cracking up.
Do you recycle your materials by any chance?
Absolutely.
Of course.
What about this? Have you ever been in a show that like a person was there in the previous show? In the previous show.
Oh, we know some other comedians' material
heard
completely.
Your material like, yo, you said it before or whatever,
no, I've never had anybody.
What's the name of those people that actually
hecklers? Yeah, I've never had anybody. I've had a few people.
Jay, man, come on, bro. You said that before yesterday, bro. What the hell?
Hell no. I think some people understand comedy to a point where they know, at least because of the internet and shit, they know now that comedians use the same jokes. Because one, they may just work and be killer jokes, or they're still just working them out over time.
They were nerds.
For a different stage.
If they see you twice within a couple months where you're still doing the same material, you're a real comedy fan.
Yeah.
And in that sense, it's fun because then sometimes like I'll have a joke that works, right, and it's just one joke, and then someone might see me 6 months later, and I'm doing a few minutes about that one little idea I had one time.
Yeah, but the closest thing that I had to somebody saying something to my joke is I was doing a show at Villain Theater in Little Haiti. Shout out to them.
We're gonna pass it around that one so everybody could try it.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Bro, take some, bro. Take some, yeah.
Jay, you gotta go to Greece.
Try it.
I gotta go to Greece.
Go ahead, man. I'm
And
sorry.
shit, they got a book.
All of this is
I'm
for you guys, by the way.
Grease with hot sauce.
Yeah,
this
Pour
is
some of
you
this in your
guys.
cup.
I mean, I think I had enough of the condiments in the drink.
The condom what?
It's like I'm good with the ketchup.
Where the condom went?
Mustard. I'm good with
If
the
y'all
mustard
got
thingy
some
though.
chicken, I can use the hot sauce.
Y'all got some protein?
I don't mean to be that guy. If we could cut that part out, that'll be great. Me requesting chicken, that'll be wonderful. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, you know, then we can put the hot sauce to use. But other than that, I'm good. We can just try the beers, you know. Like I said, I don't usually
And
drink
move
beer.
on,
Baby steps. We're gonna take a couple sips of the beer, hold the sauces. You know what I mean?
Not for now.
But yeah.
Nah,
But
I'm
you were saying,
feeling.
I'm sorry, you were saying, and then that person.
I actually forgot what I was saying.
I'm
If
feeling
I'm
like
being-
Aristotle if
how
he
about
ate
this?
Chipotle right now.
Okay.
Off the Greek beer.
Kind of a different kind of subject.
So yes,
How about
go ahead,
this?
Pete.
Let's just go racial completely.
What the fuck?
I would like to skip over this subject. I feel like he was waiting on this one.
Dominican black versus African American black. How is that? Because this is a fucking parallel right here.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
it kind of is.
Dominican?
Yeah, he's Dominican.
Okay, so you consider yourself Dominican black?
I consider myself a mixture of like different races.
Do you consider
consider
yourself a Pangean?
You know
you
what?
consider
Like,
Dominican
you know what?
Huh?
I was having a conversation.
I never.
You know,
I,
in the United States,
I just brought it
you
up.
know, in the United States, they African Americans, right? But in Hispanic culture, in Hispanic,
I don't know. I don't know what.
No.
Listen.
I don't take any.
This is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting. In
I just thought this
in
would be
Latin
interesting.
American-
That's all I said.
in Latin America.
No, you
In
took it
America,
there. It's cool.
If you are, if
Did
you
I
could-
fuck up?
Have you done Ancestry.com?
Me?
Yeah, have you done like
No,
23andMe
I
or that
haven't,
kind of? I haven't, but people in my fam have. So I know I'm about 8% black, and it's cool. I'm not gonna say the N word, but I know other people in my family that's half of them. You know?
Okay, what is happening right now?
It's half
See,
of
like I was
that.
saying,
What the fuck is happening?
in Latin America, you know,
calm
most
down.
people are just a mixture. All right.
Right.
And,
Did I
and-
put you in a weird spot?
and no, not really.
What is happening right now? Did I fuck up?
Yeah,
You weren't real colonial with it, bro.
Why though?
I'm curious.
I
but
thought that was
I'm
a
gonna tell you what's up. But go ahead.
Legitimate question.
No, he's answering it. Go ahead.
If you're Hispanic and you are tan,
What the fuck is
you're not tan because of the sun.
Right.
You are tan because of what?
Your genes.
Because you're a
Let's do it,
mixture
let's
of
do it.
different cultures into you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that answers the question. You know, it's not if you consider
wait,
yourself.
you answered the
something
question
is-
yourself?
No, it's you answer the question because of the fact that if you
He's like, questions answered.
yeah.
No, he's responding to what I said to your question, but
No, get some of that.
Some of the Greek.
So
Nah, I don't want to go to Greece.
Let's get into the Greek.
Is that the engineer whistle?
hot sauce?
No, listen to Cita.
Which one?
Whichever one.
no, hot sauce.
No, that's Sam. That's good.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
He loves Sam.
So yeah, that. I think that's what it is. I mean, you know, if you're Hispanic and you do not admit that you have African and European and everything into you, then you have a problem.
Yo, so
in your what?
if you're Hispanic and your family's all white, you're weird, bro, because y'all did that shit on purpose.
That's the only thing he heard.
Yeah, exactly. This nigga's high as shit right
He
now.
likes that stuff.
Nah, it's like that though, because when you're Hispanic, like, bro, I got family members that look like Anakin Skywalkers, and I got family members that look like O.J. Simpson. like shit.
He's working material right now. You know that.
Go
think-
ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
He's trying
Yeah.
material on us.
Go ahead,
you know
Jay.
that,
Go
right?
ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Try it out. Try it out.
I think one side of your family is in danger from the other side.
Oh, what? You already know. They're scared of each other.
It's
That's
like dueling
terrifying.
pianos right now.
Terrifying. Anakin.
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, damn.
Nah, I wouldn't consider him specifically black Dominican,
No,
excuse me, only because the people who I consider black whatever is the people that I look at and be like, oh, I think they're black, regardless of, or I mean, they look black. Regardless of what language they speak. Case in point,
That's why you
a
asked
dude
me,
that I
do you
work with.
consider him black?
Yeah. Because nobody black will look at him and be like, "Oh yeah, that's a black."
And I have cousins who
But-
look black, and then like they're
So if they look black, regardless of what language they speak,
Right.
we'll consider them. Oh yeah, that's a black dude.
Yo, so
I work
makes
with a
sense.
Cuban dude
Right.
who speaks English, but speaks Spanish, thick ass accent. No, he's
Cuban.
most of the time.
But you know
Whatever
that
he
other
wants.
people.
Whatever he wants to understand.
Yeah, but he's fucking like 6'4".
That makes sense.
Basketball player, former basketball player, so he's like real fit, dreads, my type of hair.
Yeah.
He looks black. When I first saw him, I thought he was black.
Okay.
And I'm like, finally a black dude, because I'm around a bunch of other fucking Cubans and Venezuelans and shit. I was like, yo, what's good, bro? He's like, get okay. Like, what the fuck is that, nigga? Stop that shit. Don't talk like that. He
You're
was
like, hey, bro, this is what you got.
he was dead. He was dead ass serious.
Yeah.
He was dead.
We gonna be best
ass
friends or
serious.
we not? Which one
And
is
that's
it?
my nigga, bro. That's still my nigga, like for real. So, but yeah, like when we look at you, you pass the eye test, then you black. It just
That's
is
it.
what it is.
That's
Like
the
even
eye
if you
test,
were
the eye
light skinned,
test.
like you don't have black features.
this is
So
Yeah, that's true.
That's just what it. That's
That's
just
true. That's true.
if you had black features with your same
But a lot of
complexion.
Dominicans do. A lot of Colombians do. A lot of Nicaraguans do. A lot of, you know. Puerto Ricans do.
If you look black, regardless of your complexion, if you look black, we know that you got some kind of black in you. Then you black. And the police think the same way. So
Oh, God damn it. Those mother-
Is that part of the reason you think about it that way? Where it's like, oh, you know, other people treat this person like they're black.
So then for me,
this is me
for
personally.
me, I'm just like fucking picking fucking strawberries and shit. That's how I feel when my brown.
You only fuck with light skins?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Hold up.
What do I mean? I'm picking
Because I make
strawberries.
micheladas and I'm fucking, you know.
You put hot sauce on your fucking strawberries
love
too?
my hot sauce.
Strange people, I swear. Strange bunch we
Nah,
have here, Mateo.
But as far as the, like, for example, Cubans, they're super light-skinned Cubans, right? And they pass off as white. And it really comes down to, like, the color of their skin. Right. And, like, it becomes a colorism thing. And then, And then, so, like, for me, I'm Nicaraguan. My family's Nicaraguan. I'm Nicaraguan. Kind of brown skin, right? So it's like, then in California, I grew up in California, and I was Mexican. And that's what everybody categorized me as, right?
Because you weren't black, you weren't white, and that's what they were used to.
Right.
The same way, and I have this conversation all the time, when I meet somebody who's not black and not white here, automatically assume they're Cuban.
Exactly.
It's the exact same thing.
Right.
So, and they, of course, get offended.
Yeah, like I'm
Cuban.
Dominican, bro.
My
Okay.
bad, bro.
Get
They're
okay.
fucking everywhere. I apologize.
No, but why do people get offended too? It's kind of like, hey,
it's kind of cool to
Definitely
think
shouldn't get offended
people
when
think
it's
of some
coming
other
from a
shit
black
too.
person. We don't know shit. Man. You speak Spanish, nigga. You Spanish, and that's not even right. Like,
Yeah.
you ain't from Spain, so
we are from different places.
Exactly.
Miami is a weird fucking melting pot of fucking people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
So
it is kind of fucking
we
funny.
just go to the fucking default, like.
And that's why I even brought up the conversation. Because Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and everybody fucking, you know, and it's fucking hilarious to me, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, racism is hilarious until
Well, not
it gets
racism
offensive.
is not hilarious.
People get to kill
No,
themselves.
racism is funny as long as it stays verbal.
No, racism is not funny to me.
You want to look at the camera and say that shit?
Racism is not funny to me.
This
Just
man
like
This man want to make sure he's on
I
record.
got nothing to say.
He's making sure he's on record.
all the
saying,
fallout.
No, there's nothing funny about racism.
But it's super funny when people are like, wait a minute, hold on, I didn't say fucking that shit. That type of shit is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and that's not like real hatred.
Karen.
I will never condone, you know.
Okay.
Right.
But if someone's making fun of what people perceive or what people's inherent biases are, that's what
hilarious.
comedy is. Yeah, that's
Exactly. When
Yeah.
people are so fucking uncomfortable when like somebody says
yeah.
some shit.
And
And they're like, oh,
Yeah, no, that's part of it though. That's
And
definitely
like
part of it.
in a good comedy show,
Comedy.
there's one person there that hates it.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
And there's
That-
people.
I was gonna get to that.
When people
Like, you know,
walk
the-
out,
the
when people
era
walk
of,
out, when people walk
yeah.
out.
Yeah, one walkout, the club.
Have you
knows
ever had
what
a
it is.
walkout?
Oh,
I had a couple.
Wait, hold on. You stop.
Why?
To Mateo, you were like, whoa,
Why?
yes, I did, but maybe
Hold
not.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure Mateo had more people walk out. Listen to him.
Why? Like, what happened though?
Subject matter usually, because I'm typically not offensive, even though I do a lot of crowd work. I might roast you, but it's never anything that
Personal or
that's,
anything?
yeah, it's never anything that got anybody upset. Except this one lady, and for a lot of them who was from New Jersey, and I told her she made people from New
Her
Jersey
name
look
is
bad.
Karen Johnson. I'm just kidding.
Could have been. I said, just roasting her. I was just like, yeah, you make people from New Jersey look bad. And for some reason, she took that very offensive. I guess she was just like, they look bad enough for their own.
New Jersey's bigger than her. She's repping it.
Bro, that's the only time I was waited outside for at a venue.
She carried all the way from New Jersey.
Her husband, who I roasted, much worse, by the way.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like,
with.
oh, he was cool.
No, he
was like
he got
chasing
upset
after it.
first until she got upset.
Oh,
Then all
she
of a
stood
sudden-
up for
Oh, it
him.
was like the Will Smith.
No,
thing.
she stood up for herself. He just had to stop being mad to calm her down. Damn. Like he was holding her like, man, let's just go. She's outside like, nah, wait till he get off stage. Fuck this boy. This was a white woman, by the way. Yeah. A big blonde white woman. Yeah, she was upset. She was really upset by that. She probably was. 6'1", 6'2", probably. Yeah. With a fucking pink halter top. I'll never forget it.
And that's him being on stage, so he was a little higher.
Do you kind of like when you prepare your material? Do you try to be a little bit more flexible when it comes to like jokes that you know that might be offensive? No, you just say them.
Honestly, because I don't.
More offensive than funny.
I'm not. I don't even think that way. I don't think. Well, one, my intention is not to offend in any joke, even the gay jokes that I have, because I have jokes about like the gay community and shit. Even those, I've told in front of gay people. I've told in front of a predominantly gay crowd, in front of a gay venue. They love the shit. You know what I'm saying? So my shit is never to offend anybody. So with my material, my shit just comes to me whenever. It's really just I just noticed something funny about this, so I go from there. It's not about how do I get a reaction out of this. It's just what's funny about this.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys who's looking for the shock factor. I try not to cuss in my punchlines. So if ever I have to do a clean show, I'm not relying.
I appreciate that. That's pretty cool.
On a cuss word to be
and that's
funny.
Kind of hard too, I imagine. Because if you, let's say you,
another
if you
thing
cuss,
I don't really think about, I just try.
Do you cuss normally?
Don't be like fucking this.
Do you cuss normally, like at all?
Absolutely.
What's your favorite curse word?
So you take that out of your vocabulary at times? Do you take it out? Like, is it a hard thing to take out of your vocabulary at times or no?
No, I don't take it out of my vocabulary. I just take it out of the punchline. Like the joke may have a cuss word somewhere in it, but I make sure where the big laugh is supposed to be is not relying on it's not gonna be something like, bitch, why you fucking
Is that hard to do?
It shouldn't be because it's about your idea.
Feels like it would be.
Your idea shouldn't be just a word at the end. Yeah.
But
like,
maybe
the idea
something
shouldn't have
that
been off of
drives something
Oh
home.
yeah, it's fun to call a whole crowd motherfuckers, but they're not motherfuckers. They're
That's a big one.
sometimes
You don't know. Yeah, no.
Motherfucker.
The reason why I brought that up was because of now with this cancel culture kind of stuff that anything you say, anything you do, they just want to go out, you know.
Nobody
they
wants
just
to
want to go
cancel
and
you.
attack you
Nobody
and all
wants
kinds of
to cancel
stuff.
you
You know what I'm saying?
We all
So
love
it's
you.
kind of like, so that's what I'm saying. You know, like, are you more careful now with the whole thing? You know?
No, I don't think about it at all. I just I think about what I find funny, cause like he just said, whatever the funny isn't in a word.
Because everything is like offensive nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
I'm not that person though. I don't think Jay's that person either.
No more hot sauce.
Put more hot sauce.
I want to
in my
try.
cup.
I will not. I will not. Look, this is a lager from Mykonos.
That's right.
I tried the other one. The other one.
Paraco. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, let me try to remember.
What was this one,
Greek.
Socra? What's this one?
Alpha. They call it
Alpha.
Alpha.
Yeah, that look like something from a fucking fraternity.
Yeah, right. It's out. Yeah, the Alpha thing. Yeah.
You bet.
Paracalo.
We stop in the
Paracalo.
yard.
What's some hot sauce?
Huh?
That's all I know about
We stop in the
fraternities.
yard.
The hot sauce?
Get the hot sauce, yeah.
Paracalo.
Babacalo.
I tried all those beers, so you guys, that's for you guys to try.
Let me get a little babacalo.
But yeah, like you said, the funny isn't in the word. It's like, what made you think this should be a bit, and that can't be because you just thought fuck or shit.
No, of course not.
So obviously you're building. You have to build around the thought, what was funny, and then form it out from there. And sometimes the punchline does come first, where it's like, damn, that's funny. How do I make it interesting to get to that part? Or sometimes it could just be a story and you have to find the punchline.
I think we asked you this before in the previous podcast, but who maybe, and things could shift, who's your inspiration now?
Inspiration? I get inspiration from everybody.
Okay.
Literally.
Who is like maybe your favorite comic?
Top three.
From the old days. First of all, the old days. From the old days.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
trying to change my
From the old
fucking
days,
question now.
From the old days, yeah. The old days first.
All
Like,
right,
old
all right.
comic,
One
from the
old
days.
day, one now.
Well, I'm doing like the 60s or 70s, stuff like that,
Now specific era? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 60s and 70s.
Jesus Christ.
Here's the thing. I think
Old school, new school.
I think
Old school, yeah, old school.
Old school, new school.
Old school.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I like old school.
he trying to comment about old school, new school. Yeah, old school. Old school's fine. I think we should stop at old school.
I'm trying to fix it.
Let's start with old school and stop there. Right? that should be fine. No, I think I said this. Last time.
Yeah, probably.
With probably with the older comics like the Priors, the Red Fox, Carlin, all these guys. These are guys who are absolutely respected in the game by me, of course. But as far as the inspiration, like growing up,
yes,
those weren't my.
Oh, so
that's what I wanted.
You started doing comedy
now.
and you knew you
Like,
had
who do
to
you
study
like
the
now?
game.
I studied the game before I started doing comedy.
No,
Yeah?
there was this comedy I
Hey,
liked.
how you went about that? Like studying the game before you started?
Everything I could find. Obviously I had the internet to my advantage because I started at 29.
Jays, have you seen Mitch Hedberger?
Absolutely.
All right.
Hedberg.
I know. I didn't know about Mitch till I was 3 years into doing comedy,
I found him,
and I thank God I wasn't, because I got a similar flow to that fool.
Very much so.
So he didn't influence me. So then I could just enjoy it.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope that you could fucking take that in instead of being like, I want to, do certain things.
No, because that's good because he knows that he was similar to this dude. If he had found him earlier, he would have found himself probably mimicking him as opposed to being himself. And then
uniquely my style adapted to being like his.
Yeah, it just so happened.
So when you actually, let's say when you
that's
watch
pretty cool to
a Richard Pryor, for example,
like it's like a,
what is that you try to get from watching him? What is that you try to get?
it's like a
I know you're not trying to mimic him
parallel
or
thought. It's very
material.
What do I get from like watching?
What is that you're trying to get? Or
Subject matter. I look at every comic the same way. Basically, I'm listening to the audience, seeing how they react, seeing what they react to. Then once I identify that,
Socrates?
how I react to him, I'm reacting to him now.
the reaction of the crowd. What else?
Yeah, the reaction of the crowd. What they said, like what was it that made the crowd react, and how they get from point A to point B, like just. Especially with storytellers, because that's what I do. I tell stories. I'm not a one-liner guy. So,
Okay.
so when it comes down to telling the story. What do they say? What don't they say? Like, how do they get? What type of joke is it? Is it like the mislead, or is it There's just the different types and all that. So, just breaking it down and seeing, how they do what they do, and every guy does it kind of differently. Like you got a Richard Pryor who tells his stories, and then he has his tags throughout, which is just the funny jokes throughout the story. But then at the end, you got your big laugh, which is usually how it goes anyway. But then you got
That
guys
man,
like...
he invented jacking off.
He invented jacking off?
That's what Richard Pryor said.
Who?
Richard Pryor, one of the specials.
Oh shit, I didn't see that one. He said he invented jacking off?
Yeah.
He did not invent jacking.
But
I'm pretty sure he did.
he thought he did.
Hey, he I'm sure he has a story about it.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Can we?
But
Richard coming through the door. Hey,
But what about
let
nowadays?
him roll his ass in it.
Nowadays, like, who you got kind of like, not try to imitate, because that would be the wrong word, but which one you actually look
celebrate.
up? No, look up to kind of like, maybe he has something
I guess
good.
that was my
Maybe I
point
should
overall.
go this way.
Or
like him.
are you looking at other art forms? Because for me, I try not to let other comedy influence me, but other art forms, I'm like, yeah, I see what these people are doing in directing or in music, and I want to do something like that in the comedy game.
I'm interested in that stuff, but getting into comedy, my only thing was stand up. But being that I've been on movie sets and shit, now I'm interested in doing things along that nature. But I think that's just like some side shit, like some side quest shit. Just because I know stand up is just what I want.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, yeah, those avenues are definitely something that
I don't even
pursue.
mean those avenues. I mean like
channeling my energy.
No. Like I might listen to a song or an album that I'm like, oh, okay, this inspires my comedy, or I might see a movie that inspires my comedy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And nowadays, it's more that than other comedians.
So you're just saying instead of getting your inspiration from comedians.
So when I start, like before I did comedy, yeah, for sure, it was Louis C.K. and Patrice O'Neal.
So you never.
He's back now too.
So you never
He's doing
seen
funny
like watch
shit.
a person,
I don't wanna
a
see his
comedian
shit,
you
but
like,
he's just like-
and then you try to kind of like at least imitate something.
So there's comedian Trip on Instagram.
You never done that stuff? Never.
No, because for me, like comedy's very personal, and some people are brands, right? Jay and I are like this, but some people they're brands, and then on their other time, like their comedian name isn't even their real name.
Right.
So they get to do comedy and be this brand, and they're very funny people. I'll give them that. But they get to be this character, and
So
they
what's
get
it? They're commercial in that sense.
Well, yeah.
They're not original. They're not like you.
No. They
not
promote
that they're
their
not
brand in
original.
one way, right? But my name is Mateo Rodriguez.
Social security number is.
I do comedy. No, none of that.
Address, please.
But I do comedy as Mateo Rodriguez. I gotta live by that shit.
Right.
I gotta spit it how I live.
Type shit.
And with that comes responsibility.
But going back to the question,
Yeah,
though,
like at a
it's
certain point,
about do
it's
you
almost like a
watch
ghostwriter.
another comedian and just like
Yeah.
I want to do
Ghostwrite for
exactly
someone.
kind of like what he is actually doing, kind of not like you're gonna imitate or copy him, but kind of like what he's doing, working the crowd this way or doing this or doing that. I want to do that. But you make it your own kind of thing. Have you kind of like done that kind of stuff?
As far as like maybe techniques of the game, like
Right.
I want
Techniques.
to get like stronger at callbacks and shit like that. But as far as like looking at
Those
another
callbacks.
comic and be like, oh yeah, I want to do that. Maybe as far as like crowd reaction, like getting
Got some
my
line right
jokes
here.
to the point where
Oh,
you
watch
know what I
this.
mean. I
Watch
get
this. Ready?
It might be a subject matter where I see someone doing a subject matter and I'm like, damn, I thought about that shit before.
Yeah,
You got that
could
one.
be that too as well.
And that might be like a music producer finding like the same sample as another music producer type shit.
Yeah, you got to be able to put your own twist on it. You might be able
Gotta-
the same sample,
But you
but you
done
put
it.
your own twist on
But
it.
you kind of done it then, in a sense.
The closest that I've done it is I have a a bit about being pulled over that was inspired by Gabriel Iglesias.
Gabriel Iglesias.
His bit about being pulled over and getting out of it with Krispy Kreme donuts. I took that and I was like, okay, what would I do funny to get out of a ticket? Mm-hmm. And I came up with this bit. Had nothing to do with donuts, but I got pulled over. Right. Because this is the bit, and that's what he did to get out of a ticket. He used his humor to get out of a ticket. So in that way, yeah, I took the inspiration from him and was like, all right, so, put myself in the same situation. What would I do in that situation? But as far as just like taking somebody's joke and just making it different, nah. I'd rather do that though. Nah, yeah, I'd rather, like I said, have my bitch just come to me. I've never been the type to just sit down and be like, all right, it's time to write.
Yo, so I've never been the time to write guy.
Right.
But sometimes I'm in the middle of my day, and all of a sudden my brain is in stand-up comedy mode. And I might be at the grocery store, I might be at work,
right.
But for a little bit, I'm tuned into, it might as well be I'm on stage.
Exactly. That used to happen to me a lot when I first started. I used to just walk around and just everything was just like,
it's just funny to me.
Oh, that could be a bit. Oh, that could be a bit. Oh, damn. So what's funny about that?
Well, you had like a notepad and you would just write it down.
I actually went and bought a notepad. Absolutely. I was one of those guys for like a week.
This sounds
man. Yeah, Mateo's like, he's like,
I said,
that's funny.
But that's still something that you should probably
You still have it?
Yeah.
I actually still have the notepad.
No?
So it is.
Until when?
Right, all right.
Until
so the other day I saw a laptop guy, and he was on the laptop side of the machine, and I was like,
it seems nerdy now.
I can't be that dude, right?
It's like, it got past 8 Mile, and then now it's not cool anymore.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, you were saying about the notepad. I'm sorry, Jay.
Oh yeah, no. I had the notepad.
I thought we talked about
I still have the notepad, but I stopped. Well, no, I used to do security, so I was writing in it. That's the only time I would use it to write bits, really. Just to fill in the
you're
time.
riding around. Are you in a golf cart? Are you at the front gate? What kind of security?
What kind
stationary?
Actually,
like this.
Yeah, well, I want to know the details.
I was right around the corner, or down the street rather, at Venetia Lakes. I don't know if y'all.
I know it well.
It's right down.
I know it well.
Yeah,
Venetia Lakes.
Yeah.
Code to get in.
So what's crazy is
1296.
Like I say, it's like he didn't know Venetia Lakes is at all.
It's because there's like growing up in Miami, there's like gated
every
communities.
lake is fucking around here, bro.
That people know the gated community.
You could say Volusia County or Volusia or whatever the fuck.
People know about the Fontainebleau Milton.
What?
Of course.
So the Fontainebleau Milton, it's some bougie shit, but it's on Fontainebleau. But don't have it fucked up that at the Fontainebleau Milton there ain't no goons, because there's goons there still.
Of course, because
fucked up ain't no goons.
At the Kendall Lakes Villa.
Yeah.
Then the Kendall Lakes Villa is high fucking class right there. That's the one. That's the one you want.
In the crossing.
That's why you want to be a security guard.
Yeah, that's what I want to be.
I'm just saying.
Hell no.
They talking about that,
Nah, I don't do that shit no more.
I don't live that life anymore. I don't care what
not want that
you live
life
in.
for anybody.
I mean, it was super easy, but also super boring. And
it was a night. I bet.
I say again.
I bet it was a night.
No, I did it in the day.
Oh, day, yeah.
Yeah, I had to because I was doing comedy. That was one of the stipulations of getting the job.
Bro, I've taken many day jobs where I'm just like, okay, this works out with comedy. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, but that shit killed my ass doing that shit because that's when I was also doing it every fucking night, at least 4 nights a week.
Wow.
So yeah, and then going to work I work 8 in the morning or something.
I've hosted comedy shows till 2, 3 in the morning. I keep my toothbrush and a polo in my car because I might just roll into work the next day.
See, I love Mateo because he's so positive about stuff.
If I was smart, I would have did shit like that when I was working at Walmart because I worked there. When I started stand-up, I was working there. And when I started working there, I was working nights. When I started stand up, I switched to mornings, and I was working at 4 in the fucking morning doing stand up. Once I got cool with other comics and shit, I'm out networking all fucking night. I'm not leaving venues till 1, 2 in the morning. I gotta be to work at fucking 4 o'clock, and I'm living at least 30, 45 minutes away from where I am right now. So yeah. Once again, I was doing that shit 4 nights a week.
I feel
that was killing me way worse than fucking security. That was
I went down that same road, but it was just me being in my 20s, and I was just like, yeah, tomorrow.
In my 20s, I was able to do it though.
And that might be part of it.
In my 20s, I would have been able to do it.
Because some of those days I was doing stand up at hellholes and freaking people where only other comedians were watching.
Some of those days,
and
still have some
I could have been home writing jokes in a notebook. And it would have been
I see that.
just as productive, but that's part of the grind. And now I think like every time I'm doing some comedy, it's kind of like maybe I'm training for a fight, and it's important for me to have something to look forward to.
That literally is what it is.
Yeah.
Like if that's your career, you have to fucking get in there, right?
Yeah.
No, you have to.
And it's kind of similar
just
to being a
fucking
fighter in that
experience.
sense, right?
You gotta invest the time.
Because, all right, sometimes you might get to spar with the best of the best, which means like I'm booked on a show and this fucking famous.
But you don't get punched in the face. You just get no laughs.
No
Which
punch
is a
in the
punch in the
face.
face.
Which is a fucking punch in the face.
Have you ever tried stand up?
No, hell no.
Total
That would be
humiliation.
worse.
You don't know.
That would be worse than being punched in the fucking face.
No, that shit is
No,
a punch
seriously,
in the soul,
you
bro.
punch me in the face.
Oh,
and that would be equivalent.
That shit is a punch in the soul.
Bro, I feel
when
you.
you think that you're saying something funny, and when they're
When was the last
supposed
time
to
that happened
laugh,
to you?
I will say this.
what, a bomb or
There
just
would be
a
equivalent.
joke about
like-
There would be some
Fudge.
equivalent. There would be some equivalent into the world that we live in, and that's why we adore you guys, because you guys are fucking funny.
So it is
And,
taking
like,
a risk.
If
in that
I
sense, to
if
the
I
ego.
went to a client and I was like, "Hey, client, would you like my product?" And they were like, "Fuck you, you suck," and I was like, "Fuck you," and they were looking at me like, I was selling them something terrible. I'd feel the same. Like that's.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
a
so
little different just because. Well, at
It's
least
a little different because of your perspective.
right?
but
we're
other
talking
people's
about
perspective.
something personal, so it's like,
Of course.
well, not always.
Well, that's
but,
what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, we're talking about.
When was the last time you bombed?
The last time I bombed, real shit, was like 2 weeks ago at a strip club.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, and this is how I know I'm a comic. And
Because
this-
the way you
and
say
this is-
in the girls, not you. Like,
Yeah, this
the hell,
is-
guy, get
Oh,
together.
so
Get out of here, man. Put
That's
the
the
girls out, bro.
struggle at a strip club. And if at a strip club, you ask me how long I want to do, I'm trying to do 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I'm in and out of there.
Give me a
Everybody's
tight
cracking up.
3. I'm getting the
That's
fuck
like
out of there.
3.
Bro.
Oh,
Because
yeah?
people are waiting on the
What are the
titty.
minutes?
I know this is gonna be a shit show. That's the thing. And
Well,
I
is
walked
there
into
a-
this show
So
like
it never works out in a
So
strip club.
it
It never works
can.
out.
It can work out.
It
But
5 minutes or 3 minutes or 2 minutes? Or
Doesn't work out at all. They
Miami,
bomb now.
I was up there for 7 minutes.
I'm un
Damn.
poquito. I've
Did it
done
feel-
7
did it
minutes in a
feel
strip
like an
club, but I'm
eternity?
not doing it again.
Like in a two
Five minutes is a sweet spot?
3 to 5,
minutes?
I'm in and out. I'm telling jokes about sex because they're all perverts in there. They're cracking up. I'm giving shout outs.
And then you're out
I'm
before they
of
could
there.
fucking
And you out
even
of
think
there.
about it.
And yeah,
And you're running out.
Cash App. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah.
So how did it go? I mean, how many minutes you were there though?
I was up there for 7 minutes, but I knew going in that this was gonna be a shit show because when it's in the strip club, but it was in the back room, of a strip club.
So you got like the special clients. The
Special
high,
clients? What
the
is
high,
this?
Not even.
What are you insinuating?
the back room is in like the.
Oh,
when you pick
so
the money.
We
it's-
had 6
instead
people
of
and
giving
fucking
lap
4 of them
dances
were
in
sitting
there.
at the bar with their back turned.
They-
didn't
Oh
give a
shit!
Instead of lap dancing, they have a low key comedy show.
Did you ever have cash in
That's
your hand?
exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's what it is.
After the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went up there. I
What do we
did
have
my
here?
thing. Started
Can you read that?
talking.
It's all right here, man.
And
They didn't give a fuck. Nobody gave a
Guys,
fuck.
I'm drinking shit.
Can you read that?
And then, like,
No, I can't.
like 2 minutes in, I just started phoning it in. And like 2 minutes in, I was just like, you know what? I knew exactly what this is gonna be.
Mateo,
Like, I'm
I think
talking.
you're fucking
I'm
hilarious.
doing my crowd work. And I'm talking to people, and the people I'm talking to are responding, but nobody else is. So I'm
those
getting
those two people.
I'm getting them one at a time type shit. And I'm just like, all right, they don't give a fuck. Because as soon as I stop talking to them, they go back to what they're doing.
Oh.
And I'm just like, all right, cool. This is pretty much dead in the water. So I phone it in, and I just start doing material that they gave even less of a fuck about. So I was just
in Miami, people want to see you in the moment, which, like, as a Miami comedian, it becomes frustrating because when you go out of town, people actually show up to a comedy show.
I ain't finished with the other one.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Trying to get me fucked up, bro.
Hey, you know what?
I ain't fucking no nigga tonight, dog. What's
They
going on?
like to test out the beers.
Nah, this man keep pouring shit in my cup, bro. He like, nah, come on, keep drinking, bro. Come on, get some of this. This
Poured
from Greece. Yeah.
Nah, I've been to Japan, Greece, the whole
This is for Rome.
the whole gyro spinning tonight.
This one came from Bill Cosby closet. Nigga, here, try this one. What?
Yo, you know, I thought the Simpsons were black because they came on after the Cosby Show.
Bruh, come on.
Real
God
talk.
damn.
Before I lived in America.
No, I wasn't talking
Cosby
about that.
Show 6 o'clock. The Simpsons 6:30.
Nah, I'm talking about this. That shit's wild.
That
I
sounds
thought
crazy.
The Simpsons were black. I never felt the Simpsons were black.
No, Simpsons is good.
Yeah, Simpsons.
No,
Futurama?
I should have known.
Oh, fuck that Futurama right there.
Jay, if you want to learn Spanish for real, watch SpongeBob and Futurama in Spanish, and you got it, bro. That's how I learned Portuguese.
No, are you serious?
If they had that shit
you
in
serious?
Creole, I could speak Creole too, or patois.
Are you serious?
Dog, if they had SpongeBob in patois,
No, you're talking shit. You're talking shit. Wait a minute, hold on. What's
Just
happening?
watching those shows.
All right, enough, right? I lived by Doral, so there's Brazilians. You know, I want to holler at the Brazilian shorties here and there. I'm learning a little Portuguese, but as soon as I turn on the Futurama in Portuguese and the SpongeBob in Portuguese, those are shows for children, especially SpongeBob.
Right.
So I've watched enough SpongeBob in Portuguese. Eventually, eu entendo muito bom.
Oh, damn, he busted out the Portuguese.
And what was foul with the Portuguese, right, is I learned Portuguese way slower than these hoes learned English.
Damn, but okay, but you saying hoes
Or
makes
these
me
young
like not,
young ladies.
Okay,
Well, I'm talking. This is me as a 7th grader type shit.
Wild. It was definitely hoes back then.
But yeah, back then you were either.
He said that shit with an S on his chest. son.
did you? Is that a plant? Or like, what do you-
In those
little
years
bitches was
of my
fucking-
life, you were either
Look,
these
this is
hoes,
fucking-
my friend, or I don't like you.
Dog.
Mateo, you're my favorite. You fucking funny, dude.
My dude,
Alright.
Because Mateo will go with some places that you don't
That
even
fucking
fucking
mushroom
think
No,
that you would go to.
so
He
there's
goes
times
to, like weird fucking places, bro.
I don't even want to go there, but it's
But his mind goes there.
interesting to
So
me.
it's like,
That shit good.
oh man, it makes you think.
Hey, be tripping out, bro. That nigga funny as fuck.
We're having fun.
Fucking Mateo, bro.
Jay, is
I love you, man.
there any
Cheers.
comedians
my
you want to
friend.
meet, like that you actually want to like have a conversation with?
Oh man, this
Like,
is
you know,
gonna
like the
sound-
top line comedian that I've seen all
What's
day.
your favorite conversation you've had with a comedian,
That too.
or something that you might call back
Oh,
to?
a person that you want to meet, like kind of like, you know.
Bro, honestly, the shit that stands out, the conversation that stands out is with any comic is fucking Kyle Grooms talking about how Miami
How you feeling?
is the hardest city in the world that he had to perform in. And he told me
There's
that.
more over there in the
There ain't no
next
more.
to-
No more
there's
Spanish?
more?
Hey,
Yo,
Eddie took a house and chocolate with it.
It's in the bottom. In the bottom.
Public service
In the bottom.
announcement. Public
In the bottom.
service.
In the bottom.
Public service announcement. I can do that. I'm asking Soccer.
Yeah, go, man.
You talking to us or?
I'm talking to all of y'all, to the world, to whoever listen.
Gotcha.
Dingleberries is not a fruit.
What?
Let y'all know.
Is that
Have you tasted it before?
Yes, it's not a fruit.
Then
Get rid of them. Do not eat them.
he loves things?
No, listen, hey,
So we gotta go back.
in the bottom.
Eat the booty. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go pee.
In the bottom, Eddie, in the bottom, ahí.
Tragic.
Nosotros metimos en el bottom.
Tragic.
Make it two, Eddie. Make
So
it
which one, Jay? Which one do you want to meet? Like have like a conversation about comedy and maybe like something that you could get better at the game of being a comedian and all that stuff.
Honestly, bro, my idol is Jamie Foxx. This man has done everything that I could dream to do in a career in entertainment. Basically, he's had a show that lasted 5 years, got Emmys, fucking jumped to a movie career, got an Oscar, singing career, got Grammys.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
True.
This man is fucking incredible, dog. And just seeing that.
Yeah.
Boris don't turn into a ninja in this bitch.
Did you fart or something?
I was gonna sneeze. I didn't want to do it.
Oh, my bad. You just, nigga, you
Like
covered your
somebody
whole,
farted or something.
you covered your whole face, but you looking dead at me, nigga. That shit, that's a fucking distraction, bro.
What do you do, bro?
Taliban.
But no, he's done a lot of stuff.
But yeah, and I've seen interviews with him, so I know like his upbringing and shit like that. So I know his like grandma prepared him for
Exactly
the life.
for the life.
that he had
Now I
and
was gonna
shit
get
like
to
that.
that because I think that he was talking about that.
Yeah, he talked about it a few times, but inside the actor studio, I think, a few places he's talked about. Well, he talked about his grandma a lot, but you know the different things that she had him in that helped him develop. Unfortunately, I didn't have that, but still, like, I consider myself a little musically inclined. You know what I'm saying? I think I said before I did music for a while. You know what I mean? So that wasn't my passion, so I didn't keep going with it.
Right.
But it would have been dope if I did. You know what I'm saying? Got a Grammy. I'm into comedy. It would have been dope if I got a show, which once again, it's not my goal. But it would have been dope if I got a TV show, got my own TV show, ran it for a few years, and got an Emmy. You know what I'm saying? It'd be dope if these things happen. Not my goals, but it would be dope if it did. And this is a guy who's done it and fucking, like, he never has to do anything in his life again. People know who Jamie Foxx is, you know what I mean? But even before he's reached this caliber, he's just a very talented dude that I was always interested in. So a conversation with him would be dope. But top comedian, might be cliche as fuck, but Chappelle. You asked me earlier who I would like to be like. If I could mimic my career after anybody, and I'm just talking about career-wise, success-wise, in stand-up, he would definitely be that guy, especially...
And he did it how he wanted to do
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, I don't know if he wanted to turn out $50 million.
That's true.
I don't know if he wanted to do that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
but
he would have
he
taken
did
it
it,
different
though.
way if he could, but he did.
Yeah.
He did, and he still ended up successful. But just like his stage presence, how he's able...
to do whatever the fuck he wants to say now.
Not even his subject matter. That's the thing about Chappelle. It doesn't matter what the fuck he's talking about. Chappelle can get on a stage, light his cigarette, and just start talking, and have everybody just like this, just listening.
How did Chappelle make
and then cracking up? But out of nowhere, you won't know where the fucking laugh is coming from because he'll be talking to you about some dead serious ass shit, and out of nowhere, boom, joke. And it's just like, oh shit, I ain't seen that shit coming. I forgot we was listening to a comedian because he's just that interesting to fucking listen to.
Right.
So just to have that type of control over a crowd, like
He has
even
total
after
control.
exactly, even after the whole George Floyd situation when we were in the pandemic and everything, and he dropped that what was it, eight, whatever.
12 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, what the thing about George Floyd or whatever. For whatever reason, huh? His backyard. For whatever reason,
Bro, he just did a joke about Israel right now.
during this
I
shit,
just feel like everybody was just like, drop.
I didn't hear that shit yet.
Oh, he,
I'm late on my current events. I'm
no,
sorry.
it's all good. But I 100% understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, just listen, just having that control and everything. For whatever reason, when that whole George Floyd thing happened, I wanted to hear from him. This was right after he dropped the specials and everything, and he was talking about the social climate in the world and all that. For some reason, when that shit happened and he dropped that shit, I like rushed to it because I wanted to hear what the fuck he had to say about it. I don't know why, but he's just that fucking interested. And even that subject that it was around this man being killed horrifically, is going viral and everything, he still managed to make these people laugh. Yeah. You know what I mean? How the fuck?
Can you do that? Yeah.
How? How does that happen? You know what I mean? So being able, and he just seems like a fucking interesting dude. I just like listening to the dude talk. So whatever he would have to say, like you talk about having a conversation, that wouldn't be a conversation. If I'm in the room with Chappelle, it'll just be like, yo, talk. Just go.
Talk all the things.
I'm not saying anything. You just go.
I'm stupid as fuck. I met Dave Chappelle.
Chappelle show.
You were with Grace that night?
No, none of that. I met Dave Chappelle at the Apple Store.
What the fuck?
I was 20.
Regular as fuck.
Yeah, at the Apple Store in Soho in New York.
Oh, wow.
So not the one in Lincoln Road or some shit or Dayland.
I was about to say.
This guy met him.
But
Did you go?
I met Dave Chappelle at the Apple Store.
Cigarette, took a shot.
Oh, that's fine.
Because he has to smoke
You saved the cigarette butt?
So
you saved the cigarette butt?
No, that's a whole different.
the only
That's the ass eating one.
the only part I regret is I was.
Like, I ate his ass later.
Whoa! I'm not that much of a fan.
This guy is talking about eating that so much.
I was a year or 6 months into doing comedy, and I didn't tell him I did comedy. I just told him, yo, I kind of learned English thanks to your show because I would watch it with my dad, and you put me onto Mos Def and you put me onto Dead Prez, and that kind of like, that changed me as a person, as a little elementary school kid. So I got to chop it up with him for like 10 minutes, and my sister took a picture from like the corner of the room just because she saw.
Right.
And so, yeah, that was my
You were doing comedy at the time?
I had just started. I didn't tell him. Yeah, so
I know you weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
Not at that time. Hell no.
And he was buying like 12 iPads. Just taking them.
Like, hey,
he didn't give a fuck. And yeah,
I would love to have just been there just to ask him, hey, why are you buying so many iPads? and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what he would say because I would imagine his answer would be because I'm Dave Chappelle.
Right. Exactly.
And that would be so fucking satisfying. I'd be like, you know what?
Of course.
Rick
You
James.
sure fucking are, bro.
Rick James.
Yeah, exactly.
Rick James, bitch.
Hell, I used to be Rick James, bitch.
yeah.
It's a celebration.
I'm Dave Chappelle, bitch.
Because I'm Dave Chappelle. Just walk the fuck off. Go for it, bro.
Or
You fucking
it's
deserve
almost
it.
like, come,
You fucking deserve it.
You know.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Like, I got it.
Rick James. Well, you know what? Jay, thank you very much for coming in. For
Man, I
being
appreciate
here.
you having me, bro.
Mateo, the same goes to you, man.
Once
you guys.
he claps his hands.
No. You know what? The first time you were out.
3 hours.
Be your first on three. Be your first on three.
Out my studio, boy.
That's right.
You don't
We got
drink up
somebody
my
else coming
shit.
in.
I don't drink up my shit.
That means
You drank all my stuff, man. You had all my food, all my hot sauce. You had all my hot sauce.
You know I flew to Greece for this shit.
And you
And
guys
you ain't
had it
even
like in an hour. What
this
the hell is
means
that
you could
about?
have more chili sauce and shit.
I say that.
In your beer, by the way.
Yeah, I say that.
You know what?
I
Like,
enjoyed it for what it was. But
you know what?
that's enough.
And
one
that's
of my
on
things
Homer.
would be
That's on the honesty.
one day, what I would like to do, honestly, Pedro, is kind of like
Oh boy. He's bringing
Host
me into
the comedy
it.
show?
Yeah, we have-
You
we have-
should host a comedy
one
show.
of these days, one of these days, man, we have to be in the improv when these guys are, there and all that stuff, and just do like a podcast like right after they're done doing their stand-up comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like right after they're done, like come over here and kind of keep it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We gotta do that.
All right.
Y'all do a Beer Fresh Friday comedy show. Beer Fresh Friday presents
Yeah, that'll be good.
these motherfuckers doing comedy.
It will
We'll
work.
be there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We
We gotta
So,
put up that money though.
Now we got.
no. This is fine.
This money, bro.
Hey,
I just ain't doing it.
we just the talent. We just show up.
There's two ways you could do
Pay
it.
us.
You feel me?
There's two ways you could do it.
I even do it for free. It's just
It's not even for
just
free.
off the love.
But like, because I could tell from your questions that comedy's something you're very interested in.
Right,
We are.
absolutely.
Lately we have.
Not really. He was asking a question.
No.
Not really. Not
We over here snitching, man.
no,
That nigga just
no,
watch
no,
some YouTube videos, man.
It's a mushroom talking.
How to interview
Yeah,
comedians. What questions to ask comedians.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he was Googling before
Your
he got there
ChatGPT in
started.
it?
That's why he wasn't talking to us. He was over there
ChatGPT.
for-
Yeah, so
Who do
what
you
should I
aspire
ask
to
Jay
You got
about comedy?
60 minutes. 60 minutes. 60
Who do I
minutes.
aspire to be? Nah, that's real.
No, but thank you very much for actually
Nah, bro,
being here, man.
this is fun. I'm glad I had
And
a
the
voice
first
this
time
time.
around, you were here like maybe like 10, 15 minutes ago. You were sick.
Nah, I was here just as long, nigga. I just didn't have a voice.
Yo, man,
Y'all
you
had
gotta
me
say
in the
shit.
corner. Y'all wouldn't let me talk.
Time out.
Your voice is fucked up.
Y'all didn't give
I'll
me
tell
a
you that.
fucking mic. I was just.
I think
You're
you
like-
made me sick.
Your
That's
voice
it.
was like. Shit. Nah,
That was
nigga,
your voice.
I was
That was
kinda
your
sick.
voice.
Yeah, that's what I had just came back from. I just came back from Atlanta.
That's
I
true.
remember that.
100% true.
He's like, nah, it was a year. That was in December. I had just came back from Orlando for my son's birthday.
For sure.
Oh, okay.
100%.
That was the day we drove back. So that was last December.
Nah.
Right before
Hey.
New Year's. Yeah.
Yo, how do you have a voice if you don't have a voice?
I think you should mind your business.
This is no longer your show. No, this is no longer your show.
Stop asking me questions.
I'm the one asking questions.
How you feel about that? How do you have a voice without having a voice? The fuck are you talking about? This man got me on shrooms, I'm drinking, and I don't know what the fuck.
Hey, man.
Fucking
I can't
you're
speak
from
for him.
Greece. You shit. What the hell is that about?
Hey,
Ask me
it's
if I
crazy,
believe
man.
that shit.
Because my spirit exists
Parables
in
and
this
shit.
3D bag of flesh, man. And I just gotta do it. I'm just riding with it.
Y'all
I
ass
fucking love you
higher
guys.
than
You
I
guys-
am.
No, because what you got to do is
You as high as your shirt look.
all right, because you can either lean with it.
My dog said, my spirit is lifted right now.
All right,
Fish.
you can lean with it or you can rock
Fish,
with
bro?
it. And I'm
You didn't
choosing
notice that before, huh?
to swag surf on that.
Now you
hoe.
do.
No. Oh, you talking about fish on the shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you wanted me to hallucinate fish.
No.
I'm like, no.
It's already
If I was tripping right now, that would be the
mermaid and
biggest
shit?
thing to do
Like,
right
what the
there.
fuck?
Just think of fish. Think about fish. Nigga.
Yo, guys, thank you very much.
Oh,
Bro, thank you so much for having me, bro.
Thank you for having
Yo,
Hey.
cut this shit short, man.
Good job, boys.
Thank you very much, man.
Good job.
Yo, we out, man. We out. Thank you very much to Jay, to Mateo,
Oh, not yet.
for being here, man. Anything you want to say? Go ahead, Jay, man. Go ahead.
Oh,
go ahead.
no, man. I appreciate y'all boys having me, bro. This is fun. I had much more fun this time because y'all let me sit at the table
And talk.
and give
You
me
always
a
have a
microphone.
seat at the table, man.
I always have a seat at the table. All right.
Always.
Relax. That's how the
Oh,
motherfucking
j-
government got started.
Ah!
And motherfuckers fuck that up. You better be careful.
Nah,
But
fuck
yeah.
that.
Nah, man. Y'all
We here.
Y'all some dope individuals.
Yeah.
Y'all some dope individuals, and
Thank you very much, man.
so far y'all
We love
record
you,
is
man.
good. We 2 for 2. We have a good time, man.
Thank you very much,
We'll
Jay.
try to-
Thank you very
At
much.
least
We out of here,
we can
man.
do.
We out of here.
Cut.
Cut.